Come on. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast. It's a podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. Coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bondstead, New Hampshire. What's going on, guys? It's Monday night, 8 o'clock. You know what that means. Time to kick off the barbecue week. So let's go. I am already throwing Dutch. He doesn't know what to do. He's probably having convulsions right now because I clicked the go live at 30 seconds to go. So he doesn't know what to going on. But anyway, today, as always, brought to you by Uncle Steve Shake. What can I say? Not only is he handsome, sexy, and debonair, and he's right there in the chat with woohoo, but an incredible guy, puts love and passion in everything he does. 17 amazing flavors, including the new Mi Amigo in Magic Ribs, the winning combo. Also, the sauce with no name. Steve wears all the hats. CEO, COO, whatever other letters you want to put together, ABC, BBD, an East Coast family. Anybody? No? No one little Bell Biv DeVoe action there? Come on, all you early 90s. I know you still got the pants.
Aren't they from Boston?
Yes, they were. See, now I'm going to get all confused. I see. I'm trying to be funny, and I fucked myself up. Where's all the hats? You know, you have a question, call the number. Steve's answering. Email, Steve's answering, replying. He might even call you if he has a question about your order, or if you just want to try to fine tune your flavor profile you're looking for. He'll sit down there, he'll pop a Dr. Pepper, and he'll have a conversation with you. Get you all straightened out. Let's see. We are coming towards the end of October, so Thanksgiving's coming up. So the deals are coming in. We got new holiday packs available. I think they're actually, if I'm not mistaken, they're actually available now. Check them out. Check out everything at UncleStevesShake.com, and also follow on YouTube, Facebook, the Uncle Steve Shake Nation group for all the latest and greatest in everything shake. Uncle Steve Shake, shake some on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market, the diamond of Royce City, Texas. Gabriel and his crew do an incredible job. Freshest meats, fresh produce brought in daily. All our competition guys, weekend warriors, you got you covered. All types of lines of rubs, sauces, now carrying Smoky Woods products for everything you got going on. Custom cut, you need a custom cut? Gabriel's got you. You need something they don't carry? Gabriel's got you. You looking for a certain thing? Gabriel will do his best to find what you're looking for. Getting a little hungry while you're there? Gabriel's mom behind the counter whipping up fresh, homemade Mexican cuisine right on the spot. Get yourself a plate, sit down with the boys, start talking some Q, copping tips, tricks, start telling lies, solving the world's problems. Do whatever you want. But relax, chill out, and enjoy. So that's right, guys. Royce City, Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you're ever around, stop by, tell Gabriel and the boys I sent you. And remember, Joe's Meat Market for the win. All right. We got Bat, as always, beating Daddy Dutch to the number one spot. Then we have Daddy Dutch. Tom's Food Factory. Tom, watch your mouth with that Yankees all the way nonsense. Uncle Steve, what's up? NBL, what's happening? Yeah, Mags, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. Uh-huh. Cooking with Steven and Jacqueline. Brother Steven, what's up, brother? Nigel, what's happening? Good to see you. Uncle Steve, not all the letters. All right. And everyone's going. Mr. Larry Vaughn, good afternoon, sir. Mrs. Maggs, I know her. She's right about there. Vegan suck, what's going on? Simon, what's happening? All right, guys, we're going to have a hell of an episode tonight because I can't promise you how this is going to go, but there is the possibility of all types of goddamn avenues. I've known this gentleman since I was Maggie. Hello. Say hi, Maggie. Why is she down here? All right, get her down. I'm getting attacked by goddamn dogs. David has known me since, we were trying to figure out just before we got on, since I was about 21, 22 years old. Way back, bartending at the Burlington Marriott. So needless to say, Dave and I have been through some fucking hell together and through some peaks and valleys. And he also knows where some of the bodies are buried. So this could get real interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, the manager, pitmaster, jack of all trades, running the show at the new fancy bar and grill on Weirs Beach, Laconia, overseeing beautiful Lake Winnipesaukee, my brother, Big D, Dave LeConti. What's up, dude?
What's going on, Magsy?
Have you ever thought back in the bar days that someday we would be doing this?
Never. Not without bars in front of us.
Yeah, no shit, right? Oh man. So I like the decor. You got the flag, you got the rubs, you got the freedom gloves, you got the fancy, and I am rocking the fancy also.
Oh, nice.
So we're repping. So Dave, let's get into this. I can't even say if and nobody really knows you because there's only a handful that do, but they don't know you like I do.
That is true.
So tell us a little bit first before we get into everything fancy. Who's Dave LeConti?
Oh boy. I've done
I'll
a lot.
Be here when you're done.
Yeah. God, I've been in all different types of industries, but the hotel restaurant industry, I started off very young, 14 and 15 years old for Marriott. I grew up in Newton, Massachusetts, and there was a Marriott right down the end of the street. And they used to put child labor to work on weekends, setting up for weddings and so forth. So after college, that was kind of the first company I went to work for. As you noticed, that's where we met. Went in there originally as the restaurant supervisor, then became a restaurant manager, and then switched over to the bar business. And then with Marriott, there's a lot of opportunities, clearly, because they're so large that, you can take advantage of a lot of their programs. So I started to learn how to cook professionally, if you will, with Marriott. Went to Marriott University and learned from them, but more of like the fine dining aspects of it. Went to Cambridge School of Culinary Arts, really got a real ass kicking there because I thought I knew everything until I actually got, real technical training. And yeah, as I said, I worked Marriott for 27 years off and on, full-time, part-time, so forth. Till 2010, I believe I left Marriott. Went into the software business for a while, and then got sucked back into the restaurant business about 5 or 6 years ago. And then that brought me up here to Laconia, New Hampshire, about 3 years ago. I was the kitchen manager down the street at one of our sister restaurants. And then this winter, this spring, we opened up a barbecue shop, and one day they came in and said, "Congratulations, you're the new executive chef, kitchen manager, pit master, kitchen restaurant manager. You're basically everything there." So I've been here now. We opened in June, but I've been in this kitchen and this restaurant since like March doing menu planning. And yeah, I was involved in basically building the entire restaurant and decorating it and installing the smoker and everything else. So it's been a journey, to say the least.
Oh, absolutely. And for anybody watching tonight or listening later on or catching this on the replays that's from the New England area and is familiar with Weirs Beach, the Fancy is the old Crazy Gringo. That's the restaurant it is. So if y'all remember the Crazy Gringo, that's where you're going to find the Fancy. Same spot, the whole nine, right there. Fantastic. Chris Rosinski, what's up? Randy Salinas, Big Salinas Barbecue in the house. And Vegan Suck. And see what I told you? What did I tell you, Dave, about earlier?
I already sent him in. I'm waiting for the Venmo money.
There you go. $50 for a dirty John McGuire secret that's never been told publicly before. We got to watch out. Watch out now. Watch out. Most of the stuff with us is statute of limitations have gone way past. So I think we're good on a lot of shit now. Yeah. Most of it.
Might be a couple stuff that
there's still some shit we're going to leave buried.
Yeah, especially Vegas.
Vegas? What about Vegas? We've never been to Vegas.
No.
Oh, okay. We are going to tell a Vegas story, okay? Because this is only what a true friend will fucking do. So Dave has plans my bachelor party out in Vegas, okay? So we're leaving. It was me, Dave, and our good friend Mike Freeman. Now, we got the first flight out of Boston, okay? So it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I get dressed. I shoot over to Freeman's. Our buddy Big Joe's going to pick us up, and away we go. And so 3 o'clock in the morning, me and Freeman are getting dressed in, jeans, sneakers, boots, Holly T-shirt, Holly sweatshirt, Holly hat, typical biker looking. So we get there, and there's Dave. White button shirt, slacks, shoes, and carrying a motherfucking briefcase as his carry-on. I'm like, well, this looks interesting. We no sooner get on the plane, and I hear Dave telling one of the stewardesses, "These are my 2 clients. I'm taking them to Vegas for their court appearance. Can we get 3 Bud Lights, please? And keep them coming." So there's your Vegas story. Well, then there was also the one at Dick's Last Resort. Me and you sitting at the bar stools, just eating wings and drinking beers all afternoon. That was glorious.
Yeah, and the shrimp, all you can eat shrimp.
You stuck with the shrimp. We all know my limits of seafood.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried smoking celery?
I have.
Yes and no on my hand. How you have? Celery straight.
Yeah, I made chicken noodle soup this weekend up here because it was pretty chilly, and everything but the noodles went into the smoker. The broth, I made the broth. I smoked the chickens first, made the broth from that, and then I diced up carrots, celery, onion, and I lightly smoked those for probably 8 minutes or so. They came really translucent, and they sucked in a lot of the flavor. Then I let it sit in the broth for like almost a complete day, and it really gave the broth a nice smoky flavor. I smoked apples, made a smoked apple peach or apple cobbler the other day with apples. Those came out real good.
Yeah, I've only done with celery is every once in a while we'll make like a potato, celery, carrot, little mixture, and I heat them up on the smoker. So it gets a little bit, but nothing like putting it straight on the grates.
Yeah. Over the summer, my Caesar salad this summer was smoked romaine lettuce. So we would smoke it first and then char it to order. So it was almost like a warm salad. so the Parmesan cheese would melt, but you also got that little bit of smokiness.
Oh, nice, nice. Has Dave ever been mistaken for Ken Schrader from NASCAR? That's fucking funny, Dutch, because now I can see it.
Now I could see it, but I never have.
Juke Moreno, what's up, brother? Matt Wolford, what's happening? Oh, here's a hell of a question from Nigel. Is your main demographic holiday makers or locals? What's, the percentage split? Because that's right, because it is very seasonal up there.
It's very seasonal. So clearly in the summertime, we're very seasonal, especially at Bike Week. Bike Week will have anywhere from 90 to 200,000 people in our community. But we're very dense around here. So summertime from Memorial Day through Columbus Day, we're very, very busy. This time of year, it's just the locals and the diehards. But we're one of 6 establishments on the same block. So on weekends, we have a dance club, we have karaoke down the street, we have live bands. So we bring people from kind of the whole Lakes region on weekends. And since we're the new kid on the block, we tend to grab a lot of that. And I'm kind of biased, but I still think we have the best food and on the block. So weekends are definitely our niche up there on the off season. During the summer, we're busy all the time.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's a nice little mix for sure. That's for sure. So, all right, Dave, here comes the hard-hitting questions, if you even want to call it these.
I need a drink for this one.
Yeah, there you go. Bottoms up. I am vegan. It is in Wears Beach, Laconia, right on Lake Winnipesaukee in the Lakes region of New Hampshire. So, what got you into the barbecue end of it? Like you said, it was the hotel's food, and it was the beginning of the culinary journey. But the whole barbecue thing, how did this all kick in?
I'm gonna have to be honest here, Johnny. And it was, I believe, in 2018. I was watching this podcast on YouTube with this knucklehead and Messy Mike and a couple other guys that came through, and watching you guys kind of sparked that. I was always a backyard warrior with, just regular barbecue. But you guys kind of piqued my interest with the smoking and so forth. And, I think I tapped you a lot back then of ideas, what to do.
Oh, yeah.
Went out and bought my first cheap smoker. And then I was just addicted at that point. And you said it almost every show. It was just sitting around the pit that really got me, really, hooked to it, addicted to it. Through the years, I'm still, up until being in this restaurant, I was a stick burner just so I could sit by the pit, enjoy it, have a nice bourbon, a nice cigar, and just kind of, shoot the shit with my friends or my relatives. I got my 2 nephews. They're younger than me. They were in their probably mid-20s at the time. Now they both own multiple smokers, and they're into the addiction as well. That's the only thing I miss with this restaurant. I unfortunately don't have a stick burner here, so it's, I still sit by it and smell like smoke every time I go home, but I can't drink bourbon and smoke a cigar in the restaurants. But, going back to that question, it was definitely from your podcasts, and then, your guests coming on, I bought their books or went to their sites. And as you can see, Uncle Steve's.
Well, we'll get into that aspect of it. Because
so basically, you're the one that hooked me onto it. And it started off as a hobby, and now it's turned into a profession.
That's it.
Getting paid to be a pit master. There's really nothing better.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You're going to be in Guilford in a couple weeks, dude. Literally right next door. Guilford is what?
4 miles.
4 miles? Yeah.
Yeah, if that.
4 miles so dude. Walmart. Yeah, when you're up here, hit me up. And because why would I want to go see Dave and hang around to smoking meats and all this good shit? But yeah, definitely. If you're up there, definitely check it out, man. It'll be awesome. All right, so you got into it, and at the time, you really could do a lot because you were, I guess, somewhat snowbirding it, right? You
Yeah.
were up here spring and summer into the fall. Then you were down in the Carolinas,
Yeah, I was in Myrtle Beach. I
Myrtle
went down to
Beach.
Florida for a while. I went down to Orange Beach, Alabama. I tried to run from the snow.
And now you're back ready to
Apparently,
get right into it.
apparently these people from the South think we have a weird accent up here, though. I didn't get it.
This is my argument with them all the time. I go open the history books. Where did it all start? Boston.
Well,
We have, shut up, you. Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. This is where it started. So our English is the real English. Done.
it
Simple.
is.
That's it. I don't have an accent. They have the accent.
They have the accent. That's what I
That's
used to tell people in Alabama.
Yeah, that gets a. Whew.
Yeah, they don't know the war's over down there, though.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
Some
parts
of
of
them.
Alabama that my buddy that lived down there, he wouldn't let me get out of the truck in Birmingham, Alabama. Told me stay in the truck.
Oh, little Yankee boy, a little far from home. Trumpet, what's up, Lewis? All right, so you get back here, you get indoctrinated up there with everybody you've been going with up working for up there anyway. So, like, I know you were running the bar in Tewksbury for a while. So, about how long have you been officially up here in the lakes?
I started in the Lakes region back in 2018 when I was working on the dive, which is a floating barge, bar, boat, so forth. I started with this restaurant group back in 2020, 2021. So just post COVID, moved over them, was the kitchen manager down the street, and then came up during the summers and worked for them. But I came up this year full time. So I'm living here now. This will be my first winter up here. I came up here in January. Yeah, it was definitely a great idea. I will say that in hindsight, he was 100% right. It was a Sunday afternoon. We just came from a Southern Baptist church. So I was dressed up similar to being your lawyer on the airplane.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in jeans and cowboy boots. And he's like, "Don't you dare step out of this truck."
Hey, wise decisions, wise advice. There you go.
Yeah,
all right, so
my first winter up here.
Okay. Good. Get back to the roots. I like it. So when they approached you about having this position, what did they kind of say like it entailed? Did you know you were going to be running the whole show? You were going to be basically getting the equipment, setting up the kitchen, getting inventory, placing the orders, doing this, doing that. Did you have an idea of that, or you just kind of like, you're going to be in charge, but here's your crew?
I knew nothing. I was working at our sister restaurant. It was a Sunday afternoon. I was behind the line. We were busy. It was probably beginning of March, maybe end of February. And our general manager walked in the kitchen. She said, "Take off your apron, punch out, get the hell out of this kitchen, and go open my new restaurant up the street." And I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "We have a barbecue restaurant. I need it open, by May. So get the hell up there and get it done." And then I went up and I walked in. The place was completely demolished. And I'm like, what the hell did I just walk into?
Yeah.
But, here we are 8 months later. But yeah, I helped with the design, the setup, some of the carpentry, the layout. The best thing I ever did was get involved in the layout in the kitchen, because the way that the kitchen guys were going to set it up was complete clusterfuck. Like, it made no sense. It didn't flow at all. Myself and my cooks would have been going crazy back there. So I was like, "You guys deal with the tables and the chairs and how the bar top's going to look. I'll give you the schematics for the kitchen and where I want my equipment and what I want for equipment." So that worked out well.
Yeah. Because it's a small kitchen, but you've really utilized the space very well. You
I'm using
know,
every square inch of that kitchen right now.
you ain't shitting. It is all getting used. But you had this. This was the blueprint. It was our existing. It wasn't like they were starting from the ground up. And you could make this. This was what it was. And yeah, the kitchen is nice. It's like you said, it flows definite, from where everything you need and can literally turn around and that's there, or go to around the back to where the griddles and stuff and the fry is. Everything's very centrally located of what you need for that particular main piece of equipment. Everything you need for the smoker is right there in front of you to the right and behind you. Then you get to, like I said, get to the in the back there with the griddle and the fryers. Everything you need for that is right there, and away you go. Setting up the menu.
Hmm.
Obviously, we've played with menus in our past. We've gone through what, 2 or 3 different bars together.
Yeah.
From knocking it down to putting a new one up and coming through to making a menu. And how did that go? And also taking into consideration, I suppose, what you could carry, and with it being brand new, and between the regulars and the seasonals, the business numbers change a bit. How much of a pain was it to come up with the menu?
Coming up menu is probably the funnest I've had because I went on a lot of field trips. Let's say that I went to probably 24 barbecue restaurants. There's not many in this region, as you know.
No.
So I did a lot of traveling and checked out other places. I was very forthcoming with them about what I was doing and why I was there. And I spoke with a lot of their pit masters and a lot of their guests as well to see like why do you come to this place? What's your favorite meal? So I took a lot of notes, and I've been eating barbecue, so I had a couple of ideas. Then I kind of came back here and just kind of threw some things out there. I had a lot of the locals come in, not for like focus groups, but I cooked some things and see what they liked, took their feedback, and we kind of eliminated some things quickly. I learned that Southern barbecue is a lot different than New England barbecue in some senses. Like up here, they don't like me putting coleslaw inside their pulled pork sandwich, which to me
Blasphemy. I understand, but it is what it is.
Right. So there was a little bit of trial and error, but a lot of it was just basically tapping on other people who've done it before. Like I said, watching some of your podcasts and looking up some of the chefs who have been on your show, and borrowing, stealing from people, and then just doing the trial and error. We have our staples up here with a set menu, but I do specials all the time. Especially with the weekends and this time of year. But and things that are working, I'm coming out now with a new fall winter menu. So things that were popular, we're keeping, and then we're going to try some new things, phase out some of the things that weren't so popular or profitable, and we'll try some fun stuff over the winter.
Nice. A couple, obviously, and a lot of people know, because I've talked about it, but a couple weeks ago, me and Mrs. Maggs came up for a visit, and checked the place out, and and we hung out for a couple hours, and did a lot of catching up, and a lot of this, a lot of that, and talking shop, and when we had we tasted some of the wares on the weirs. And we had, let's see, started out with, we had the smoker fried wings, which were fantastic. Then we had, what was it? Was it the loaded pulled pork nachos? The loaded pulled pork fries. Cheese fries.
The crinkle cut fries.
Let me tell you, folks, okay? I'm going to tell you this right now, and this is the God honest truth from this fat son of a bitch sitting here right now. These fries were the best fries I have ever tasted. And yes, I am old enough to have it when McDonald's threw them in the lot. Okay? These fries, especially at a restaurant, and they do something like that, did the fries, not cheesy fries, chili fries, they get soggy. Even under the middle, they still had a crisp to them. And you had said that you are the only person in this area who carries this type of or brand of fries. How the hell did that happen?
So my food vendor and I, we did a lot of field trips together because I was partial to one food vendor up here. I've been jaded by a couple of the other competitors in the past, but I've become friends, really good friends with the rep, both personally and professionally. And we were out just drinking one afternoon, not really doing business. And he took me to one of his clients in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, right on the seacoast. And they had these fries, and I fell in love with them. So we got talking, and we basically came up with a deal that if I used his food company or distribution company exclusively, that those fries would be just mine, and no one within basically a 25-mile radius from me can sell those French fries, which is driving. I mean, there's 15 restaurants within a mile from me, and it's driving some of my people crazy because everybody loves these fries, and they use the same vendor, but they can't get them. Yeah. I have a 2-year exclusive with him, so I have another season with them. But I mean, to describe them, they look like a steak fry in size, but they're crinkle cut and they're lightly battered, so they kind of give a reddish orange tinge once you fry them. So the outside stays extremely nice and crispy, and the middle is nice and soft and fluffy. And like I said, this weekend we did chili cheese fries, and they held up underneath the chili.
Yeah, because like you said, they held up under that cheese sauce and the pulled pork and all everything else on it, and they were fantastic. Then let's see, we had those. Then a little later on, we had a burger with bacon, pulled pork, and everything. And the pulled pork was also on the cheese fries too. You got the pulled pork down, son. The pulled pork was tremendous. And then of course we had the Kahlua Kahlua cake.
Yeah, the Kahlua chocolate cake.
Oh my god. Oh my.
That's 21 plus because the Kahlua is not burnt off. It's
still
full of alcohol.
You got every bite you took, you got full alcohol. And oh man, that was fantastic. But yeah, the food was great. What are some of the staples on the menu currently?
Yeah, so I mean, our number one seller right now is the smoked wings. It's unbelievable how many wings I cook. We just started doing. I don't know why we're doing it. We're doing dollar wing night on Wednesdays up here. Even though wings is extremely popular. I'm looking at Steve's comments.
Don't worry, Steve. We're going to get to you in a minute.
The pulled pork mac and cheese is probably competitive with the wings. It's, we do it over cavatappi. I make a white cheddar cheese sauce every day. Then the pulled pork over the top, and then it's a drizzle of barbecue sauce over it when it's served with cornbread. So we sell a ton of that. So I basically cook probably 200 to 300 pounds of pulled pork a week, maybe a little bit more. And then the ribs, that's, number 3. No one up here is doing ribs right. Down the street, they do them, but they microwave them or they put them on the charbroiler and dry them out. Yeah. So I'm doing, like right now, there's probably 10 racks of ribs just coming out of the smoker. So I do those almost daily at this point, just so that they're nice and fresh coming out. But they're definitely up there on the top.
Sorry, Daddy Dutch is showing me his sausage right now.
Oh, his bangers?
Yes, his bangers.
That goes back to our Fitzwilliams days with bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash. That's right. The Irish pub days. Son of a gun. What did I do now? Oh, I did. Obviously, I did something or said something. But like the specials you were saying, you run this kind of the same thing every Monday is this, every Wednesday is this, or kind of walk in and go, I feel like this today.
That's pretty much it. That's kind of
Yeah.
I kind of say, what I look at the weather. I look at the forecast. Like last week was a little chilly up here, so I did chili, and then I did the smoked chicken noodle soup, and we sold out. By Sunday dinner time, we were out of the soup. 2 weeks ago, I did a smoked tomato basil soup, and it was 100% out of our garden out back. All the tomatoes, the basil, everything came out of our garden. I just kind of listen to, again, I like to talk to people. So I just listen to their feedback. Like tonight, I did a pickle flatbread. So it was a flatbread pizza with a smoked jalapeno ranch base, Monterey Jack cheese, and then pickle slices. And then it was done. I sprinkled fresh dill on the top of it and cut into little squares. And then the person next to them got a Big Mac flatbread. So I basically replicated a deconstructed Big Mac. So those would be on the menu this weekend now that people asked for it and we could do it. So it's just taking care of those who take care of me right now.
Shit, I missed it. Now again, he's questioning if I asked you the Ken Trader question.
You did.
Way at the beginning of the show. Now telling me now get back to work. Thanks, buddy. Will do. So what are you cooking on? And like I said, it's a small kitchen. So you couldn't put in some monstrosity, What are you cooking on, and how long did it take to decide that of basically the space you had? What is a Big Mac named after Mag's dog? Yep. Big Mac, that's for sure. Different levels, too. Let's get to the smoker, Dave.
Okay. Yeah. So unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at this, when I came in, the smoker was already purchased. And it was purchased based upon my owner's best friend having a barbecue restaurant. I think it's in West Virginia. I forget exactly where it was. And he had multiple of these cook shack smokers in his restaurant. So as you saw my kitchen, the space is really limited. I wanted one out back, like a fire burn I could put out back. The fire department didn't really like that so much because of where we are located. So we decided to go, or he decided to go with this cook shack electric smoker, which is a blessing because I can control most of it from my phone. I can monitor it remotely, but I can still feed wood into it. So someone earlier in the chat asked, what kind of wood are you using?
Yeah.
It depends on what I'm smoking, I guess the best way. And I listen to a lot of guys on this podcast. Apple is probably my most prevalent. Apple, cherry, pecan, oak, hickory. I mean, I'm all over the board depending on what I'm smoking and what I want for a flavor profile. But yeah, the smoker I have it holds 260 pounds of meat. There's 6 or 8 racks inside, so it's big enough for this size restaurant. Yeah, but I would like a nice, huge tanker out back.
Oh yeah,
where the smoke's bellowing down the boulevard, because people haven't seen us. We're literally right on the water. There's a train that goes through here. The Mount Washington cruise boat comes through here, and there's a lot of tourist foot traffic. So my smoke still goes down the boulevard. And as you saw, my smoker's right at the restaurant door from the kitchen out to the bar.
Yeah.
So if I'm smoking something, you can tell in my restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
You walk in, you immediately smell the smoke, whether there's something in the smoker or not. But when there's something in that smoker, this restaurant smells beautiful.
Oh, yeah. The first thing that happened when me and Claudia walked in that day was you could smell it. You could smell the wood. Okay, it's what you expected to smell when you walked into a barbecue restaurant. There was one barbecue restaurant, I believe it was in Tewksbury, shall remain nameless, but you would walk in there and you didn't smell anything.
No, you smell
Chances are you
polyurethane.
smelt the cleaning products that they washed the floor with the night before.
Right.
But yeah, no smoke, no nothing. It was terrible, But you walked into your place and it's like, I'm home.
Yeah. And my
You
owner
know,
wanted to put the smoker out back on the back door. And I was like, no, if we're putting it inside my kitchen, it's going right at the doorway to the bar. So that when I open that door, that smoke goes right out into the whole restaurant, but the smell stays. Because as you saw, my restaurant is basically all wood.
yeah,
So it's absorbing this smell. And, I don't smell polyurethane when I walk in the morning. I don't smell cleaning products. I can tell what we smoked that night or the day before by walking into my restaurant every day.
nice. And Daddy Dutch is asking, how many tables in the restaurant? I was actually trying to figure this out when I was talking to Mike this morning.
There are about 8 regular tables. I'm looking down into my restaurant as I'm saying this. About 6 high tops that fit 2 to 3 people. The section I'm in the upper dining room fits 3 more tables. And then outside my door, I have a patio that seats about 90. And then we have a garage bar out there that has pool tables, dartboards, and another bar out there. So total, we can fit just over 200 people inside, outside.
Nice.
And I think the bar has 12 stools at it.
As long as my name's on one of them, we're good.
Well, you're on the fall menu. I have the Johnny Mac stack coming this fall. Well, this winter now. It's already fall, but that will be my my grilled cheese with pulled pork and macaroni and cheese layered inside a triple-decker grilled cheese. So it's on Texas toast, and then you cut it triangularly, flip it on top of each other, and skewer it. So it comes out to be about 8 to 10 inches, which you don't have,
No.
high, and it's called the Johnny Mac stack.
I like it. I love it. You heard that? Another menu, boys. Another menu. I'm making the big time now, baby. Big Rome, what's up? Chris Rosinski's asking, what is your takeout to eat in ratio?
That's a great question. Right now, we're probably more takeout because it's the off season. But the people that live in the area, and I have the luxury, I can serve my food to our sister restaurants. Up here, the Board of Health allows us to bring food into other establishments as long as it's the same owner, and then both kitchens in a good, order with the Board of Health. So we have 6 establishments up here. So anything that goes to any of those.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That's a diet menu.
But we do a lot of I do a lot of catering, which was probably what got us through most of the summer too, is, to be able to ring sales before you even open the door.
8 to 10-inch Texas toast. That was his nickname in junior high. I love this man. Oh, you see it here, Dave. We have it in writing.
Nice.
Mrs. Maggs is in on that.
Nice. So yeah, right now I would say we probably do 50-50, but we do a lot of takeout. I'm going to start doing breakfast soon. I expect that would increase my takeout a lot because up here no one's doing breakfast over the winter. There's no Dunkin' Donuts in the Weirs, as you noticed.
Yes.
So I'm going to be doing coffee, breakfast sandwiches. I was trying to steal that breakfast burrito recipe the other day and try to replicate that up here. Chicken and waffles and grits.
Ooh.
People in New Hampshire want grits.
All right.
Clearly, that's going to be an in-house only item because that's not going to travel well.
No, not at all. Not at all. Oh, you're going to have to work on that biscuits and gravy there, son.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to get fat just trying it.
And there it is.
Yep.
DW's breakfast burrito is awesome. Darren Worth, a.k.a. The GOAT.
The GOAT. Yeah, I was listening to you guys last week and trying to scribble down some notes when they were going through the ingredients.
Yeah.
And the method of doing it. It's probably more important sometimes than the ingredients.
Hell yeah. But speaking of ingredients, a big part of barbecue ingredients is obviously the seasoning. Now, as we can tell behind you, you are flying the Uncle Steve's Shake flag hat, and I see some seasonings on the tables, and you are the official. I don't know how the hell do we want to put this.
Exclusive
Seasoning restaurant of Uncle Steve's Shake. That everything you're using is Uncle Steve's, which is fantastic. So, okay, you've always obviously dealt with old 10-inch Texas toast down there. Am I lying with
Not
everything I say?
Not at all. He is amazing to work with. Like you said, I mean, I think one time I put an order in online, and 5 minutes later he called me. He's like, "Don't do that." He's like, "Pick up the phone, call me, tell me what you need." I think during one of the hurricanes, one of my shipments was a little late. He called and apologized because they were dealing with more important things in my eyes. But apparently he missed, and he was like super apologetic. I'll throw it next. I'm like, dude, you're dealing with real life stuff. I have, it's seasonings, but he's been amazing to work with. He's given me a lot of great ideas, especially with the pulled pork. One time we talked about butterflying it to get more bark, a shorter cook time, especially here if I'm cooking so much of it. But his seasonings have been absolutely amazing. And I'm using them not only in the kitchen, but then whatever we use here, I sell behind my bar. And
yeah, that's the other thing.
Back there, I sell out. The only thing I've kept for myself.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, so that one didn't go on. I had a bunch of those, but I kept one that's going to stay with me. But yeah, all the rubs have been amazing. 6 to 12, everybody.
Jesus Christ, Steve. Oh, that's so fun. Hey, Chef Johnny, what's up, brother? But yeah, his they're amazing. He literally has a seasoning for everything. And the combos, So once you started playing with the seasonings, right? What are some of the combos you got rolling on, some particular stuff you're rolling at the restaurant?
I can't wait to try the Mi Amigo. That's coming in. I'm going to be calling him tomorrow for my new order. That's definitely coming in. The smoke bomb I use on just about everything up here.
Yeah.
I'm probably with the wings. I started off with just the Texas Cajun, and then we started doing the smoke bomb. And I probably outsell the Texas Cajun now with the smoke bomb. The dessert shake, that's gone on. I mean, we have a key lime pie that's made in Key West and shipped up. That stuff's like crack. I put that on that. I put it on any of our desserts, especially if it has whipped cream. Anything involved with it gets the dessert shake on.
You have Key West key lime pie?
I do, from Mike's.
Why the fuck is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
Yeah. It's from Mike's Pies. He sends them up basically in dry ice.
Oh, no shit.
So they come up. Yeah. They're not cheap, but they're well worth it. Mm-hmm. And it pisses people off up here because they're not green. They're yellow, which they're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. But they're absolutely fantastic. But then with the whipped cream and then the dessert shake on top of it, you just can't beat it. And then the French toast. We did French toast grilled cheese. Same thing. Had a little bit of the smoke bomb inside for the heat, and then had the dessert shake as part of the French toast mixture. So you get the sweet, the spicy. But the magic ribs goes into everything. Everything. And I put it in soups. I put it in my chili. I put it on the pulled pork, the ribs, chicken. And magic ribs goes on everything up there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it's on the menu. It's called, magic ribs.
Yeah.
I think I asked Steve, too, if that was trademarked or if I was getting in trouble for using it. But, it's right on it. It says, the fancy magic. I do St. Louis ribs up here, so it says magic ribs. But I'm dying to try the Mi Amigo.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. That magic ribs, that was ready for this past year's Houston Livestock and Rodeo. Dave, I no sooner walk into the house, put my bag down, and go find Steve. Give him a hug. Broke off the hug. He goes, "Try this." I go, "What is it?" He goes, "Just try it." And I tasted it and I went, "What the fuck?" He goes, "That's the new magic ribs." He goes, "Did I do it right?" "Oh yeah, you did it right." It was incredible. It was incredible. Hey, Judge Wep, what's up? Terry, what's happening? Lance, what's going on? I think I just put on 20 pounds of one to eat what's on the menu. Absolutely. You see, you can take me there again.
Perfect.
That's it. Or I can take you, seeing your birthday's coming up.
Oh boy.
You're going to be 27 again. So yeah, so you got in with Uncle Steve. So now what we have to do is we need to start planning now in order to get Uncle Steve up here for a weekend next summer. And we'll have a whole thing. I don't know whose pocket hands we got to grease in the fire department. That'll let us. I'll roll Miss Mary out there. We'll put her right out front, right on Main Street, and have just put the smoke in the air, and we'll do all types of stuff. Uncle Steve shake.
Yeah,
And
they would actually allow that. I absolutely could make that happen up here, especially out front. I mean, we have a lot of festivals up here. Wake the Lake. We have Bake the Lake on April 20th.
420. Yep.
And then Wake the Lake is usually before Memorial Day. And then we have the oldest bike rally in the country. This should be 102 years.
2 years.
Consecutively running. And that's always in June. So we have something going on pretty much all the time up there. We just finished Bike Timberfest.
Yeah.
And this weekend, because it's Halloween week, we still have some things going on. We had Pumpkin Fest last weekend up here. But yeah, you're always welcome to bring Miss Mary out here.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll figure something out for sure. But yeah, we definitely get Uncle Steve.
Get him up here, yeah. I mean, I have. You haven't seen the house. I have a lot of space in my house, so there's plenty of room, plenty of spots for rigs.
Oh yeah, we'll get something rolling.
Unfortunately, I live 200 feet from my restaurant, so it's I can see and smell my restaurant even if I'm at home.
Hey, it happens to the best of us. But listen, Dave, hang on 1 second. Guys, ask him some questions real quick. There's someone at the door.
Oh, boy.
I got to piss.
Oh, God. Lightweight. If there's any questions I didn't see. Secret time. I can't. Mrs. Maggs is on the same call. Get in, Claudia. Get in. No, someday ask Johnny about his hot pepper incident. Johnny learned the hard way that when you cut super hot peppers without wearing gloves, you shouldn't touch your eyes or private parts, right?
What was that?
They said, tell us some any dirt on Mags. I said, someday ask him about the hot pepper incident. The time that Joe McGuire brought in those peppers from his garden.
Yes. All right, we'll get into question time in a couple minutes. Let's get the rest of the bases done here. Uncle Steve is asking, how is the response to the seasonings?
They've been amazing. Clearly, because I have your flag. Typically, your flag's flying out front, right on the boulevard. I brought it inside for the podcast, and like I said, all the seasonings are behind the bar. But people up here are very confused when I tell them I don't sauce my meat. I just dry rub them, and then I put the sauces on the table. And then, but his rubs hold up for themselves. I mean, the shakes, when people get a pulled pork and it's delicious and it's seasoned, they don't understand why it's not drowning in sauce. And I always give Steve the credit and say it's, from his these seasonings hold up. Whether you cook them out or you use them at the very end, the flavor profile stays with it. And like I said, every time I put them behind the bar, there's a little sign that explains what I use on what. They sell out as soon as I put them back there.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mike, he just went by the Weirs in Meredith. And Mike's from Manchester. So, Mike, you probably know this is the old Crazy Gringo right on the Weirs.
Yeah, we're an old Mexican restaurant, but, if you went to Meredith, you're literally the next town over the other side from Guilford. He probably went by Fun Spot that way, and they're like High Octane. Yeah, literally right next door.
And this is the other thing, Dave. As soon as you said that,
nice.
Send another one.
Yeah. The best part is when I first received my first bulk order from Uncle Steve, and it showed up double bagged in Walmart Ziploc bags. I'm like, you're not shit when you say he's literally a one-man shop. He's in his garage shoveling this stuff in, scooping it out himself, bagging it up.
Oh, dude, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you. One of these years, you're gonna have to come down to Houston with us.
Oh, absolutely.
So tell your boss that now.
I love field trips.
The shake room, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. It's all walled off. Doors, the whole nine for FDA regulations, and you just walk in there, and it just takes you over because it's everything all at once. It's literally everything all at once. But yeah, he literally. We're not bullshit when we said he literally mixes 5 gallons buckets at a time. It's all small batch, but you see what he pumps out there to everybody. So he'll go strong, all weekend. He'll go strong all weekend. Now, let me guess, that was your kindergarten nickname? You sick bastard, you. But yeah, it's incredible the setup he has.
I can
he gets the bases come in, how he gets them in, and it's all just measurements from there, and boom, 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 boom. And then to get to 17 flavors now is fucking wild. Wild, wild, wild. Keeps it fresh, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. And he has a heavy hand. When it comes to bulk orders, he has a heavy hand.
What do you mean with us? You ain't coming down, Peckerwood. I'm not saying this year. I'm saying when I can get down there the year after. Jeez, man, Chef Johnny has been riding my ass like a beaten horse all goddamn weekend. But I love him. He's the best. He is the best. Oh, yeah, Mike. You definitely. Swing by, man. Yeah, his mom's up in Meredith.
Yeah. If you're on Roller Coaster Road, that's, right next door to me.
Yeah.
That's basically comes out where Watson, where High Octane with the old Broken Spoke is.
Oh, yeah, because that does do the old.
Yeah, once you cross over Daniel Webster, it becomes Watson, where the spoke is.
So what is on the future? What do we expect? And obviously the Mac Attack is coming this fall, winter.
Yeah, the Johnny Mac Attack is definitely on there. We're going to toy with some steaks, more proteins, pork chops, trying to keep it traditional, but something a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
The steaks, we're going to have a little issue with, I think, but no one around here is, downtown Laconia, they do good steaks. But I got to figure a flair way to keep it into the barbecue community. I'm trying to, offer up different foods up here, but also try to keep that tradition of it's being barbecue.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the chicken noodle, if I smoke the vegetables, it still had a light smoke. I call it kissing the vegetables with smoke.
You can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. This is the best comedy show for 0 cents a week. Oh, all weekend strong. The teacher had trouble saying that. Jaws hurt.
That poor
I
teacher.
love him.
That guy
I
must have been
love
hurting
him.
for days.
Oh, I love that man.
Oh
I
God.
do. I do. I do. I don't know what I would do without him. That's for sure. Oh man. But yeah, so like I said, getting. Don't start, Tom. Don't fucking start.
Yeah, I think Claudia and I can
Shoot.
work out a side deal for that one.
Yeah, you guys can work that out.
Some Mrs. Mag, some
Have
royalties on
you
the side.
have you heard that story?
No.
2 years ago, maybe we had a wing eating contest. Okay, and what I mean by wing eating contest was I bought one of those books, that like Bass Pro Shops has. It's got like the 24 different hot sauce, starting from the lowest to the hottest. The deal was if she could get through all 24 or whatever the hell it was, if she got through all of them, she could get a new pair of shoes. So she gets through them all, right? And Daddy Dutch brings up his seasoning. So I run down to get it. She had already bought the shoes. The shoes were already in the house.
Smart girl.
So she didn't have a choice but to go through all 24. Oh, yeah,
Well,
they had me set up like a motherfucker. You had comments about Mags kissing vegetables, but what?
because I said I like to say I lightly smoke or I lightly kiss vegetables with smoke.
Aha,
I
there
think
we
he's saying you like to kiss vegetables,
go.
carrots and cucumbers or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's
It's your friends.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I know. I know. Oh, but dude, like I said, you're doing incredible up there. I love the layout. The food from what I've had so far is tremendous. Um,
Thank you.
you're giving your all to it. You're putting the time in, you're putting the passion, and you can tell by the quality that's coming out of that kitchen right now. And from
I
when,
appreciate
like I
that.
said, from what you were telling me the other day, what you're pushing out for food under some circumstances is wild,
Yeah, and
wild
that's
for a restaurant setting.
what I explain to my owners a lot of the time is it's about the quality and consistency. Like that's the Marriott way. It's McDonald's way, to be honest with you. I mean, McDonald's started the consistency, quality. Maybe not so much quality these days, but when they started off, but that's what I try to do here. Is everything has to be consistent, has to be quality. It's not up to my standard, and all my chefs know it. It's not up to my standards. They're not serving it. Like today, I won't serve the pulled pork that was left over.
Mm-hmm.
I have pork butts in, and so we're out of pulled pork right now because what was in there just wasn't good enough to be served.
Yeah, yeah. The quality's there, my man. The quality is there, and like I said, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. It's
Thanks, man.
fantastic.
I've been watching
And
you and your brotherhood from this show because, like I said, a lot of the stuff I learned as I was going. I'm still learning every day. It's weird to get paid to do something you love. It doesn't feel like I'm actually working.
yeah,
But when I'm home, I'm doing research, or if I'm out, I'm doing research. So Houston to
mm-hmm.
me is going to be a business research trip.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But brother, you're doing great. You're doing great. So, do you want to give them some stuff or not?
What do you want me to give them?
I don't know. They want dirt. They want dirt. All right, let me give you the what was it? Was it habaneros
Oh, I
from
don't know.
Joe's
Well,
Garden?
Joe made in the garden.
I think they were
I
habaneros.
think they're habaneros. Yeah.
So we had this couple that came in every day, Joe and Corinne, absolute sweethearts, family members. And Corinne grew a garden that was unbelievable. There was always peppers, all types of peppers, tomatoes, cabbage, anything. She just went insane on this. So they came out. They had grew habaneros, and so it's like, okay, You guys try them. Okay, fine, we'll try them. So we cut them up and we
No, you
popped
cut
them
them
in.
up.
I cut them up, and if I wasn't mistaken, it was me, you, and Dave Greekwood,
Yep.
and we all had a piece, hot as flaming, but great flavor to them. And we're doing whatever, and I didn't even think of it, and I do this. Do the old rub of the eye real quick, and about a
You were
minute
sweating
later,
your ass off.
oh, they were hot peppers. So yeah, that's how my hand got to the eye. And then I'm like, oh shit. Now my eye's starting to shut. It's burning. I'm crying. I got tears pouring down my face. And so we got me settled out, and Dave Greekwood ran across the hall to wash his hands and go to the bathroom. He came back, and about a minute later, he's doing a little jig behind the. He just looks at me and goes, "Oh." He goes, I go, "What?" He goes, "I did what you did with your eye." I go, "Yeah, but your eye looks fine." He goes, "It's not my eye." He goes, "I went to the bathroom, then washed my hands." I go, "Oh, no, you didn't." Oh, yeah, he had the ball burn rolling. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, and Dave's just sitting there laughing. You
Yeah,
two fucking
if I
idiots.
remember right, he had to go to the gift shop, and Jessica had to give him baby powder to squeeze down in his pants to get the burning to stop. The talcum had to like neutralize the burn from the oils.
Oh, God. Oh, what else did we do? What else we do when we trying to snake the sound system through the Marriott's $1 million ceiling? We were running wires to hook up an iPod.
So we could hear music when they would lock us out of the DJ booth.
That's it.
When I watched your food challenge, I remember the days at the Big Dog when we used to do the skyscraper challenge.
The skyscraper burger
we
on
took
the
that thing down so many times. The only person I saw could take a burger this big and smash it into a burger this big and eat it in like 2 bites.
Yeah, chili, the whole nine. Oh yeah, we did that
fries,
multiple times.
Yeah,
multiple times.
That was before work. We would pregame at. Now that we don't work for Marriott, we would pregame at the Big Dog on Sundays, watch football, drink with Billy, your cousin Billy, and everybody else. Then we go to work.
Yep. Then never mind the New Year's Eve.
The bar manager. That was stupid.
Yeah. The New Year's Eve.
Fox in the hen house. Oh, New Year's Eve with the champagne bottles?
The champagne bottles were there at like 1:00 in the afternoon, blowing up thousands of balloons. We drinking at that point. That's when Stoli Raz first hit. In the afternoon, we drank our stock for the night.
In our Dunkin' Donuts cups.
In the Dunkin' Donuts cups. So we had to go, A, get more helium, and B, more cases of Stoli Raz.
Yes.
So me and my cousin Billy went to get those. We show back up 4 hours later because we wound up going, while we're waiting for the helium, we wound up going to the Outback Steakhouse and started drinking beers at the bar there at the end of the plaza. So, yeah, New Year's Eve, we were the drunkest. The staff was the drunkest people in that establishment.
Yep. All but the manager. He was responsible.
He was the responsible one. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, God. God, what the fuck else did we do? There are things that still cannot be named.
There's what?
It will not be. There are some things that still will not be named and will stay buried deep.
Yeah, on both sides of this camera.
Mm-hmm. A lot of good times, brother.
Yeah.
A lot of good times through those days, and now a lot of good times to come on the barbecue end of it. I absolutely love it. But like you said, if you asked us back in 2002 or whatever the hell it was, 2001.
Yeah, 2001 was.
Will we be sitting here?
In 99.
Yeah. We met before at the Patriots games.
Right.
You know. But yeah, if you asked us, would we be doing anything with barbecue back then? It'd be heck no.
No.
What do you mean? I have a show that I talk about barbecue and do competitions and this and that, and you're having a restaurant, barbecue
Yeah. I'm
restaurant,
getting
and
paid to do it.
yeah,
I play with
it's
other
like
people's money and get to produce, smoked products.
it's a beautiful thing, brother.
It really is. And
Beautiful thing.
it's an amazing community because outside of this podcast, I've talked to, or, some of the people that are on this podcast, but it seems like everywhere I go, barbecue can be a common conversation. No matter where I am in the country, people like barbecue. And
Uh-huh.
you guys talk about it a lot between the chili down in Texas not having beans and the chili up here.
Oh yeah, it's regional.
Yeah, who are we supposed to
Hey,
apologize to when we swear?
Miss Libby.
Miss Libby.
Me and Ducks got ourselves in the hot seat with Miss Libby pretty good last Monday.
Yeah, you had a lot of my guests. I listen to you live every Monday, and I have a JBL speaker in my kitchen, so it gets loud. Sometimes my servers think I'm talking to somebody, but last Monday was pretty good. I
Yeah,
had some
yeah.
people at my bar laughing, and they wanted me to put it on outside, put it on cast it to one of my TVs so they could actually see you guys talking.
Oh, we're gonna have to do that now. We can run
Absolutely.
riots. We can run riots. We know how to do this.
I want to do a live show from here.
We can do that too.
Yeah.
We can do that too. And we're gonna have a special guest that one too. We're gonna have Uncle Steve. So let's get this done.
Yeah, we can showcase some of my food and a lot of the alcohol.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But
Is if any of your guys, I could ask this because I've tried it, smoked bourbon, slow smoked or like low temp smoked bourbon?
smoking the bourbon itself,
Yeah.
like cold smoked, like cheese.
Yeah. So I bought a cheap bottle of bourbon from the New Hampshire liquor store and tried it at home. But I'm wondering if there's a way to do that. Because I've smoked cream cheese, I've smoked everything, but I love bourbon. And if I can incorporate, other than buying like a portable smoker and infusing it into the glass,
you don't need any of that shit, Dave. Try doing the cheaper bourbon itself. Literally dump it out of the bottle, put it in a bowl, and put it in a pot and put it in the smoker. See what happens. Or that's if you have it neat. Other than that, make smoked ice, brother.
That's what actually it was a female told me that the other day. She goes, "Why don't you just smoke some ice?" Yeah, so she bought me one of the big, like the ball.
Mm-hmm.
She said, smoke that and then freeze it. Smoke the water, put it in there and freeze it, then drop it in your bourbon. But yeah. I'm a meat guy, but I'm like, I'm going to try it, but I'm going to try both ways.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't know if there was a way, if anybody had a way.
Yeah, I don't know about the bourbon itself, but shit, sorry, Miss Libby. Get just a restaurant pan with water and smoke that. Then I don't know if you could take that and put it into that ball mold or some other type of ice mold.
Right.
And do it that way, because that I know works.
Yeah, because we have a cocktail. I smoked a bunch of Bordeaux cherries. They're like a really big, they're not a maraschino cherry, but they're like these big purple cherries that are soaked in Bordeaux wine. I smoked the cherries and the liquid and then put them back together, and they're amazing. So that was what got me thinking about doing the bourbon. It's like Buffalo Trace. Oh, you can't see them. All my tables are Buffalo Trace. Like all these little round tops next to me. Mm-hmm. I'll have the Buffalo Trace logos on it. So I'm trying to incorporate that somehow into.
Where do you fly in to get to your place, Mags? Well, you can either fly into Boston itself, and that'll be about an hour and 45, at least the way I drive.
Yeah,
from Logan to my house. Or you can fly into Manchester, New Hampshire. So that'll be Logan Airport, or
Manchester has a lot of flights out of the
Manchester,
Carolinas.
Logan, yeah. So yeah, you can get out of Manchester, New Hampshire, or Boston.
Hmm.
I don't know if anything commercial comes up near you. Does anything commercial ever come
Not
into
until not
Guilford?
until
Or is it
Laconia,
just
unless you're an
small?
F. No, they'll allow Learjets. Like when they have the races over at Loudon, the
Yeah,
NASCAR guys all bring their Lears, but there's nothing commercial. Manchester's probably the closest. Southwest has a
Manchester.
direct flight from I want to say Raleigh, Durham area to Manchester. But a lot of my people fly into Boston and take the bus up. But thank you, Daddy Dutch. I like that idea. I'll put the smoker tube in the cooler.
Yeah, that'll work too. I think you put in a shallow sheep hand.
You
Yeah,
have
yeah,
Johnny's all
absolutely, Chris.
you have Johnny's all over you.
Chef John. Oh, he lives for this. He lives for this.
That
Mags,
comment's perfect.
Mags tried smoking ice, but it kept falling through the grate, so he gave up. There's a lot of quitting me, son. There is a lot of quitting me. Put a smoke tube, an old cooler on a tin foil tray, and put the. Yeah, that'll work too.
Yeah.
Heard it would extinguish his fires too. Now Tom's getting in the mix of this. Jeez, good God. Applewood vodka, absolutely, Mike. It'll definitely would work with vodka too.
Yeah, so that's what I saw that comment. That I would definitely want to try because, like I said, I do a lot of apple. I bought a lot of apple. Then one of my neighbors gave me 2 apple trees and 2 cherry trees. So they're seasoning now. But apple and cherry have been my most prevalent. But an apple smoked vodka would be amazing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah. So I think that's about as much stories as you're gonna get out of us for digging dirt.
Yeah, I don't know
Because
if
it is, after all, it is a sacred brotherhood.
the FCC wouldn't like some
Oh,
of the
yeah,
stuff I could say on TV or on the
no, we're
internet.
not FCC regulated. That's the only thing.
Oh, perfect.
Oh
Then
yeah,
I
we
can
can
get
say
into some
whatever we
dirt.
want, but we can't because Miss Libby's in there and we can't swear.
Oh, fuck
So
that.
now we got nothing else to talk about. So now we got to end the show. I'm thinking about smoking some vodka before the Royal. There you go, Dutch. There you go. Not too long now. A couple of days, you'll be heading on down there with the rest of the boys. Oh, but
I
yeah,
like to
brother.
smoke a lot of things, but I've never smoked vodka.
Oh, I think we got an issue going now, Dave. What was that stupid green thing I used to make?
The Mongolian motherfucker?
Don't say that, Miss Libby's in here.
Sorry,
But
Miss
yes,
Libby.
that's the one. Yes, that's the one.
Want me to pull up the recipe for it?
Go. Yeah. About a half a shot of everything.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I still have that recipe.
Yeah, it should be the rail. So vodka, gin, white rum, coconut rum, blue curacao and Midori to get that neon green color. Little bit of Jack, little bit of Cuervo. Did I throw Cointreau in there? I think I might have threw some Cointreau
Either
in there.
Cointreau or triple sec.
It's probably been 10 years since I made one of these things. Oh, definitely the triple sec.
Yeah, and then there's Southern Comfort, Amaretto, Pineapple, Sprite.
Yep, that's about it. Yeah, pretty much jungle juice. I can't believe you still have that.
You can't see it there. Yeah, I still have a screenshot of that recipe called the Mongolian motherfucker. Some people call it the X murderer.
Yeah, it was. Ooh. Oh, Mike, it was delicious. It was delicious, but you got to about 3 of them, and then it was game over.
Yeah,
it was game over. Yeah, you just got to get a bigger glass. That's all. So you actually take a couple sips first, Chris. Then you add it. Quality control, Libby said, remember, she's a high school principal, so it's not like she has not heard those words before. I understand that, Miss Libby, and I appreciate that. But it's more of the respect. More of respect for a true Southern lady. Now, I can cuss your husband out left and right. I got no problem with that. We enjoy that, but with you present, takes a little off of it. So we try to behave ourselves as much as we can, but as your husband would refer to us as us heathens, we have issues from time to time. Oh, Mike, it's in a full glass, brother. It's not a shot. It's a full pint glass.
It's a pint glass.
Oh, yeah. Baby. There's a lot of foggy nights thanks to those.
Remember the barroom brawl? What they called melee at the Marriott?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, the best fight at the Marriott ever didn't even wind up being a fight, but it was your face. Guys, we had a friend of ours by the name of Felipe. Okay? God. And when I tell you Felipe was a doppelganger for The Rock, he was. In every way, shape, and form. He was enormous and ripped. And there was a night and another monster in there, needless to say, they were butting heads. And Dave's sitting there going, oh, this is ready to kick off. And at that time, I was the bouncer. And the next thing you know, here I am. Dave's got this look on his face just because he's looking at these two animals. And then his face changed even more when I got in the middle of these two going, yeah, we're not doing this, boys. We're not doing it. If you two are doing it, I'm doing it. We're all doing it. Oh, yeah. That was an interesting night getting in between those two. But, yeah, the melee at the Marriott, where everybody gets pepper sprayed. Barroom brawl
with ceiling fans going
gets blown. It's crazy. Shit's going everywhere. One of the rookie cops comes in and starts pepper spraying. At the time he pepper sprays, it was the exact moment that above him, the recycler to move the air around kicks on. He winds up pepper spraying the entire room. 200 people instantly pepper sprayed. Yeah. That was one of them that I forgot about that one.
Yeah. And I grabbed all you guys' tip jugs. We have the buckets. I took all the tip buckets, put them in the beer cooler, shut it and locked it. And Dave Rico's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm protecting the money. Because people were jumping over the bar because the pepper spray didn't come behind the bar because we had the smoke eaters on.
Yeah.
So the people were jumping over the bar. We were grabbing some girls bringing me over the bar. But I'll never forget, I locked up all of the tips. And then Monday morning on the front page of the paper is a picture of everybody in triage, like 50 people in the hallway. The headlines, melee at the Marriott.
Oh, God. Yeah. You know.
It wasn't our fault.
Oh, here we go. No, he looks like he's jumping in on you now. Congratulations, Dave. You made the cut. Okay, just thought if you don't say your R's, how does it sound when you speak Spanish and have to roll your R's?
I can roll my R's.
We got that down packed, Chef. Those are the years of those late nights at the bar.
It took 12 years of Spanish to roll my R's. I just don't speak them when I'm in Boston.
Hey, I took Spanish 1 for 3 years. That's right. Oh, man. Good times, my brother.
Yeah,
good
great
times for sure. Oh,
more to come.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah! Like you said, I'll be up shortly at some point. We gotta do some stuff, and especially with the what you talking about potentially doing some breakfast.
Yeah,
we can have some fun on that.
100%.
Oh, and
I can incorporate barbecue so much into breakfast.
Yeah, And it's here somewhere. But and any vegetables you're rolling up there, trust me, the sweet and spicier.
Sweet and spicy.
The sweet and spicier on all vegetables is incredible.
I'll have to try that because I don't have that right now. Most of the stuff behind me is from my personal kitchen. Eggs Benedict can't go wrong, 100%.
Oh, absolutely.
But I don't have the sweet and spicy. I think way back I ordered it for myself. Yeah, I know it's not in my repertoire right now. I'll definitely try that one.
Oh, he'll get it to you. I'll guarantee it.
I have to call Stevie tomorrow anyways because I'm running low on a lot of stuff. Anytime I get underneath like 2 pounds of magic ribs, I call him.
That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it.
And at some point, I think by next summer, I'll be getting 5-gallon buckets of stuff because it flies out of here.
Yeah. It's good shit. It's good stuff.
It really is.
It is incredible.
Yep.
But, brother, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it. Great. It wasn't for you guys and all the brothers on this channel, I would not be in this position where I am right now. Tortilla.
Tortilla. See? See, I got it. You know what I mean.
To me? What did you say?
Tortilla. Yeah. All right. There's a little bit of an R in there. It might have been one of the lowercase ones.
That's not really. It's usually the double R's you roll, right?
Yeah. Double R's is what rolls.
Right.
Yeah.
It's when it ends in R we have problems.
Yeah, the ones in the middle we got down pretty good. The ones at the end, not so much.
Water.
It's an implied. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we drop ours where they should be and put them where they shouldn't be.
Correct. But all right, brother.
All right, man. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man. Like I said, anybody, if you're in the New England area now or you plan on coming up, Weirs Beach in Laconia, New Hampshire, and the Fancy Bar and Grill right there on the main strip in the Weirs, right across from scenic Lake Winnipesaukee. And stop in, tell Dave I sent you, and who knows?
I'll charge you extra.
You might get charged extra. You might get thrown out. Depends on.
We'll give the Pitlet barbecue discount.
But I appreciate it, Dave. Love you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no worries, guys. That was Dave. Like I said, the Fancy Bar and Grill. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. Dave's Cook doing some amazing stuff. Real quality. Oh, I love that. Is there a 4X somewhere hanging behind you?
Yeah, I can get you a 4X because then my short sleeves say. Oh, you have the short sleeve on, right? Yeah.
Get smoked, baby.
Yeah, I'll get you the 4X that says "Eat my meat."
That's right. I love it. All right. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Appreciate it each and every week. I'm still waiting back to hear for the reschedule for Mike McLeod from last week. We're hoping to get him on for this coming Tuesday. Well, wait a minute. Is it coming? That would be, the 7th. For, no, wait a minute. That's October 7th. Jesus Christ. November 4th. Because that would be the Monday leading into World Food Championships. So stay tuned. I will definitely let you know if it's going to be Mike McLeod or somebody else for that matter. So, like I said, questions and comments, please send them to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. Like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.